Alrighty, hey guys, it is Mitch Games 24/7 here today with another video for you guys, and today we are going to be going over the good, the bad, and the ugly of the new Fortnite season. Chapter 3, Season 1, it's finally here. I've been playing it for the past couple weeks, and I've been having an absolute blast, but there is some good things about it, there's some bad things about it, and there are some downright ugly things about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go all of them separately, and then we're going to give my overall thoughts on the season as a whole. Now, if you're going to enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and if you want to use my supporter creator code in the item shop, it is code Mitcho. Also, really quickly, Epic Games actually just sent me this. I have no idea what it is. It has Fortnite written on it, so thank you to Epic for sending this to me. We're going to open this right now and have a look at what's inside. Okay, let's have a look. So, it is related to Winterfest. So, if we have a look here, I have a Winterfest thing, which is really cool. Thank you to Epic for sending me this. Basically what it says is that Fortnite have sent me some codes to give away. Now, if you don't already know, I have actually been giving away codes for the Polar Legends bundle, the Frozen Legends bundle, the Minty Legends bundle, and the Voidlander bundle over my streams in the past couple days, and we're also going to be dropping some codes in this video, so be sure to keep an eye out for them. And this is the other thing they sent me as well. So as you can see, we've got like the Winterfest cabin thing, and then boom, it opens up. It's like an actual present. Thank you, Fortnite, for this. This is really cool. And thank you guys, honestly, for watching the videos, because it's thanks to you guys that Epic are even kind enough to send me stuff like this. I'm really glad that they've sent me some codes to give away to you guys. Absolutely awesome stuff. Anyways, let's jump on into the video. Well, there's a new map. Multiple biomes. We've got a snow biome. We've got a desert biome. We just have regular grass on the map. This map actually has so much to it, and I love it for that. It's obviously going to be built upon over the actual chapter as well, and it's going to continue to get better, as it did with Chapter 2 and Chapter 1. We've got some great point of interest. We've got the Daily Bugle, Greasy Grove makes a return, and the Butter Barn is back, baby. Dude, that is probably one of the most goated locations. I'm glad they brought it back. The map just flows super well as well. I feel like this is one of those maps that I don't feel like I'm at an unfair disadvantage. Like, I feel like, you know, you can get around the map pretty easily. They've made it really easy to do that with stuff like the quad crashes returning, which I'm a really big fan of, so that sort of shows that Epic are listening to the community, because I feel like we all wanted them back. The new weapons feel fun. The MK7 is loads of fun to use. I love that it's like an actual red dot. A bit overpowered, but you know, it's fun to use, honestly. It probably kills a little bit too fast. The Spider-Man Mythic, that thing is the best item that Fortnite has ever added. That thing is absolutely goated. It's so much fun. I love swinging around as Spider-Man. And honestly, they did a better job than the Marvel's Avengers game. Like, can we talk about that for a minute? Marvel's Avengers could not get the proper Spider-Man in the game, and they couldn't even get him to swing properly. They got themselves a Wish.com Spider-Man, and Fortnite have just got themselves Tom Holland and the actual Spider-Man web shooters. Goated, man. Absolutely goated. We also have Tilted Towers returning later this season once the snow melts, which I'm really excited for. I'm not a fan of the snow melting, but the fact that we're going to be getting Tilted Towers back, it's going to be absolutely awesome, man. But, of course, with all of these good things, there cannot be some things that I don't like. This is the bad. We're going to be talking about the bad now. And first things first, I got to say, man, the meta this season. I have now just switched over to controller, as the meta very strongly rewards controller players. Now, let me explain why. If you don't already know, the MK7 and the Stinger are pretty much the only two weapons you need to use inside of this season. The Stinger SMG is disgustingly overpowered. It's really good. It's the meta weapon. I would recommend running 2 SMGs over a shotgun, because the shotguns just flat out do not do damage.
Bruh, bruh, bruh.
Woo! Yeah, baby! Which personally for me, I find it a lot easier to play on controller, which is why I have switched, because spraying with an SMG on controller is 100 times easier than doing it on keyboard and mouse. I'm not going to jump into the whole aim assist debate.
Oh no, I'm not brave enough for politics.
Because honestly, you know, everyone's got their opinion, but personally, I find it easier to play on controller right now. If they do switch the meta up later down the line and make it so that the Stinger SMG isn't as overpowered, I'll probably end up going back to keyboard and mouse, but as for right now, I'm actually going to stay on controller. Next thing I want to talk about is the loot pool. It's incredibly limited. Outside of the MK7 and the Stinger, there isn't really any weapon worth using. Now, I'm sure that this was intentional so that they could expand it over the chapter, but as of right now, it feels a little bit empty. With those weapons being so overpowered, it sort of just overshadows everything else that is in the game. One thing I will give Epic really good props for, though, is I love the tent system. It's a lot of fun. I like that we can get a bunch of different weapons and old exotics from the vending machines. I think that's really cool. purchasable. It does suck that they are purchasable with gold, because obviously we don't have an unlimited amount of gold on us at all times, but that's okay. I'm willing to look past that. Again, you can put them in the tents, but if you do win a game, you're going to lose it, but that's whatever. Sweats as well. I'm not really a fan of how sweaty this season is. This is something that isn't Epic's fault at all. This is completely out of their control. This is just like a game thing, like the community itself. But the game is so incredibly sweaty right now. It's borderline impossible to win a game. I think I've won 2 solo games the entire season. And the only way for me to actually win a game right now is in a bot lobby, or if I'm being carried by Bloody Booger. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Mitch Game's going to be loading himself into a Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 1 game here. We now have a live look at the battle bus for Mitch Game's going to be jumping out. Got some very stiff competition today in this solo public match. That's right, 100 other players, all World Cup qualifiers. But outside of that, there's not really too much bad with this season, if I'm being honest. I do have to talk about the ugly though, and there is some ugly things about this season. So, fortunately, it has nothing to do with gameplay, like the actual, like how it's designed, but the performance on PC is downright horrible. I have a really good computer. I have an RTX 2070 Super, a Ryzen 9 3900X, 32 gigabytes of RAM. This is a really good computer. I used to get 700 FPS inside of creative. Right now, I can't get more than 120 frames on the game. I get constant frame dips, unstable frame rates, which makes the game pretty much unplayable, because obviously whenever I get into a fight, it just tanks really bad. I've tried switching the game to performance mode, and I get the same FPS across the board. So I know it's not my computer. I've seen multiple reports of people having the same issue. It's just really, really chalked across the board. Now, I know that this is something that Epic is going to fix, because I've had this problem before in previous seasons. It's just a shame, because it has actually made it to the stage where I've now switched over to PlayStation 5, which I'm very fortunate to have one, and I can still play it over, 100 FPS. But I've had to switch over to PS5 and controller because of this issue. So that is very frustrating for me personally. Outside of that though, my overall thoughts is a very strong start to the chapter, with the game feeling like a fusion of Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. As a streamer, personally, it's hard to play for long periods of time, but I don't think that that's actually the game itself. I think that's more me just being burnt out of streaming Fortnite. Like, I've been doing it for years now, so obviously, it gets to a stage where you sort of just have done everything there is to do. But the game itself is still incredibly fun. It's still, an incredibly good game. Just me personally, I've been a little bit bored, but that's a me thing. It's not a game thing. It's not an Epic thing. It's me personally. I think that this is the most fun that I've personally had though since Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 4. One of the best seasons in my opinion of Fortnite ever, and I think that this one honestly is pretty up there with it, man. And I think that the Spider-Man mythic is a big part of that. So shout out to Marvel, man, because they are really just carrying these mythic items at the moment. I think this chapter has the most amount of potential that we've ever had. Do I see the game going back to Chapter 1 levels of hype with like views being up there and all that sort of stuff? No, I don't think that's going to happen. But I definitely believe that there's going to be like a second coming of Fortnite, sort of like Minecraft had back in the day. And I think it's on the way. And I think that this season is a really good step in heading towards that direction. I think that with the new Creative 2.0, that's going to be massive. I'm really excited to see that. But I think that in terms of Battle Royale, where we're at right now, I'm pretty happy with where it's at, man. And I'm going to give this season an 8 out of 10 at the moment. Honestly, it would probably be a little bit higher, but the performance on PC has really burnt me a little bit. It's really frustrating that I can't play on PC, even with a godly PC. The sweats suck, but again, that has nothing to do with the actual gameplay itself. That's just the nature of it. Everybody wants to win a bunch of money, man, and wants to get themselves a victory crown. Again, I'm happy with this season. I think it's a really good one, and I would love to hear your guys' thoughts as well. Also, I actually littered a bunch of different codes throughout the video. I don't know if you've seen them, but if you did, congratulations, you've won yourself a bundle. Thank you again, Epic, for sending them to me. I do really appreciate that. Hashtag Epic Partner. But thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in another video.